Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ATB Wealth Community Spotlight, where we feature local community members, businesses that are doing amazing things in the community. And today, I'm lucky to have Dawn. We're going to say, we've heard it's Thalheimer or Thalheimer.
Yes.
We'll go with Thalheimer.
We'll go with Thalheimer, because that's how we go. Yeah.
So, Dawn, thank you for coming and joining.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
No problem.
Yeah, it's exciting to be here.
Yeah.
In the little studio. Very cool.
Dawn, you and I I know I think you're in one of my AI sessions.
I'm in your AI session, and I'm the one that doesn't have my camera on, and then you told me that's bad form to not have my camera on.
I'm like, is anyone paying attention? Are they sleeping? What's going on here? But
and that's me, yeah, because I think I've done several of them, because I'm busy taking notes of all of the tools that I need, but I'm camera off.
It was funny because I think we ran into each other at Amy's last event, and you were telling me how you used what you learned in the class, and you have this AI, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love that you actually took the learnings and actually implemented into your business, which is so cool.
Yeah. And it is really cool, and just having somebody share those tools with you, because there's so much going on all the time, and it's so overwhelming, and you're like, well, I just want the tool that I can actually implement now versus, I don't need to create, a 3D version of myself that talks. I just want to be able to.
One day you might.
One day, yeah.
You might have
but let's
the Dawn
go.
avatar.
baby steps. Yeah, baby steps.
Well, Dawn, maybe let's start on. Tell us a little bit about your business, like what you do day to day, the type of clients you work with. Tell us a little bit, so we just have a baseline of what we're talking about.
For sure. So I sort of talk about myself as a women's body coach. I primarily work with women.
Okay.
Through 40 plus through perimenopause, menopause years. So the years when women are really struggling, they don't know what's going on. Everything that they used to do doesn't work anymore.
Right.
And so that's when women get really stuck. And I find it's a lot of scrolling on social media, trying to figure it out. Sometimes when they go to healthcare practitioners, they're either sort of dismissed with, there's nothing wrong with you, or they're dismissed with, oh yes, you're in menopause, off you go. So really advocating for better care for these women and helping them take the right steps forward that are custom to them for their body and where they're at now.
Because everyone, I would assume, is so different, right? Even doesn't matter if you're the same age, like your body's different, your life's different, So it's interesting because I bet that AI and social media doesn't help, because there's probably a lot of these lose weight quick schemes, and you're like, oh, I'm going to try it. Like, you must see that and hear that all the time.
Well, that's the total industry, right? And it's sort of like when you're online, is the person you're watching an influencer? Like, are they there to sell? A lot of them will be selling their supplements or whatever. So are they there as an influencer, or are they there as an actual coach and educator? So those are two different kind of, I would say, skill sets, but people that you can follow. So there's a lot of, and you don't make money when you're selling simple stuff. You only make money when you're selling magic pills or, this is the way. And so it can be, I think, really confusing, really overwhelming.
So how do you work? So someone reaches out to you for the first time. What's the process? Like, what steps do you take with someone that for the first time you've seen them and the first time you're going to work with them?
Yeah. So people find me a variety of ways. I mean, a lot of times local community, but a lot of times online as well. So what I usually first do is tell people, I offer free clarity calls. So it's, it's a free call. I say it's half an hour. It's usually longer. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to be better about that.
Yeah.
But then we talk about what's going on, like what you're struggling with, what you've tried, what's working, what's not, what next steps could be, and whether I can help them in those next steps. But my goal is always coming out of that call that even if they choose not to work with me, or at least not work with me at that point, that they have a next step that they can take. Right. And that's kind of why I also created that some of these AI tools. So at least they're able to go and take a first step and get started on something.
And do you work with people, so are your clients typically ongoing? Like, you're with them, you're becoming a coach for them through their life, because I know this stuff works. You struggle, there's days, there's weeks, you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get up and go to the gym. I don't like, you know what I mean? You're cheating on what your diet, like, but do you become an accountability coach for people as well along the way?
So there's lots of ways that I fit into people's lives. I've had people that I've been coaching for, I'm trying to think, 6 years, 7 years, like that long.
Okay.
And then I have people who will go through a 3-month program, get them sort of set up and on their way, and then they're good to go, and then they can transition. And then if they need support, of course, they can always
reach out,
touch back with me.
Yeah.
So it just depends. Again, so individual with people,
and I love
what
that.
they're looking for, what they want.
And you work with them on different levels. Is it fitness? So you put a fitness regime in for them where they can, their workouts or whatever it may be, that fit their lifestyle, and it's also nutrition, eating. Is there another part that I'm missing as well?
So I work with the 3 pillars. So you're right. You got 2 out of 3. What is that? That's a good percent. So fitness, nutrition, and then self-care is my 3rd. So this is really important for women. I mean, I would say for everybody, but for women, that's self-care. So that's going to be their sleep. Are they sleeping well? What does their stress management look like? What is their support systems around them? So particularly in this age group, if they're going through perimenopause, menopause, those things become a huge factor in their lives. Like sleep starts to really suck a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then stress management, right? So it's this weird age where, you know, you have kids still at home probably, but also a lot of women have aging parents.
Yeah.
So you're kind of stuck in this sandwich where you're caring for them and caring for them.
But
and then your life is like, a little bit of a mess.
So I'm curious how, like, if we go back a little bit. I know we talked before we came on the call. You have 5 kids, so you have a busy home life, wife and mom and business owner and all this. So where did the passion come from for you? Like, where did this change come from? Because that's, you know, I was looking at your LinkedIn profile, your background, but where did that time come? You're like, no, I'm going to go off and I'm going to go do this on my own, because I know it's not easy to just do that. So what happened in your life? They were like, no, I'm actually going to make this jump and do this.
Oh, shoot. I think it's so weird when you do, like when you say, look back at your LinkedIn, you're probably like, what? I don't understand. What is the trajectory of this? Like my undergraduate degree is in urban land economics. Like essentially I came out of real estate.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then I've done real estate, I did film. And then I ended up here. And I think when I look back, it's sort of, I spent a long time at home with my kids, like, you know, at least sort of 15 years as a stay-at-home mom with my kids, not really working a ton, sort of supporting my husband. We have a business as well, but I was able to be at home. So I was doing that. And then when I had child number 5, then I was really fortunate. My in-laws are in town and they took the kids 3 days a week. And my husband and I went to the gym together. So that's when I really started getting into actual weight training and you know, proper fitness routines, not just sort of walking and whatever, like actual have some structure around it. And so I did that for a while and I'm like, oh, like this is kind of cool. I could do this. Like maybe I could do this part-time while my kids are in school. So I went to Okanagan College and they offer classes there. You can do personal training, you can do group fitness, you can do everything through there. So I just started as a personal trainer.
Interesting. Okay.
So just doing that. And then after a while, people are coming to you and they're showing up week after week, but you can see they're not hitting the goals that they want, particularly if it's weight loss, they're not hitting that goal. And so that's when I went back. I actually went online during 2019 and got my nutrition coaching piece so that I can offer full holistic care to people.
Interesting. So do you, on the fitness side, are you aligned with any sort of gym or anything you work out, or how do you go to people's homes? Like, how does that work from that side?
So in the past, I've done it all. But I primarily work out of TWP Fitness on Kirshner. I've worked there. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Probably 10 years.
Wow.
So I worked there as a personal trainer and a group fitness instructor there. And as I've expanded my own business, I've stayed on their offerings. So I can offer in-person programs there as well. But just, you know, it's such a great community. it's great ownership, great family, and just a really great vibe. And so it's nice to sometimes be with people, you know, in person and kind of have that one-on-one touch, and also be able to offer people, if they want somebody there with them, especially if they're starting out and the gym piece is something new to them, then I can offer in person through there. And then with my programs, then it's just online, so I can work with anybody anywhere in the world.
Where do you find like the struggle with, or maybe misconception around like menopause and what, you know, females might be going through during that stage, and they're not making the decision to come to you or talk to people like you? I know I always say you can't take everybody on in the whole world, but like, what's the misconception? Like, is it, you know, what are the steps? Are they going to their doctor and they're giving bad advice? Or they search online, getting bad advice? Like, where's that misconception on, you know, because I love, as you're thinking about like the pillars, I love when you're talking about the pillars, because I feel like if all those 3 pillars are online, you're not getting the best from yourself, for lack of a better word, as well, right? So, so can you talk a little bit about, you know, that struggle?
Yeah. So why aren't they? I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know why they're not. I think a lot of it is overwhelm. So number one is overwhelm. Like, there's a lot of information. We live in a world where there's a lot of information online, and so they don't know where to go first. And so people will pick what screams the loudest. Kind of. They don't know where to go first. A lot of people are busy. Like, I'm busy. I don't have time for this. Yeah. And so my answer to that is always, that's perfect, because we want to set you up for success when you are busy, so that when you're less busy, this will be really easy. You don't want to be like, okay, I've cleared my schedule, now's the time I'm going to work on my self-care, because when it gets busy, that plan's not going to work anymore. So let's do it now while you're really busy. And then make it work for that lifestyle, because there's always something.
And I think the beauty is that if you're customizing, you could build around the person's lifestyle, because maybe someone doesn't want to go to the gym an hour a day. Okay, well then we'll figure it out. Or like, just because I think, this is my personal opinion, is that like, we're all busy, but we all make excuses not to make time for ourselves, right? Like, so we can't find really an hour a day to work on ourselves. Like, you probably can, we just make choices, right? I assume we just make other choices. It's not wrong, it's just we make other choices. So, but it's hard to say, hey, I'm going to step back and just, no, I'm going to time block half hour a day for Rob. Because then you'll be like, oh, somebody has an urgent meeting, they really need me, and oh, this time is just me time, I can do. But I also think it's like you said, this misconception that it has to be this hour. Like, I need an hour. It's like, you don't need an hour. You like, can we start with 10 minutes? Can you give me 10 minutes? I'll take 10 minutes. That's perfect, right? So you're totally right, though, in thinking it has to be personalized, because people will go to somebody, oh, this diet or program really worked for me, and so they're boring, you know, their aunt's sister's cousins, whatever meal plan, and it's like, well, you wouldn't borrow their toothbrush, don't borrow their meal plan, like, it's not going to work for you. So really having a program that works for you, for your lifestyle, and for your goals. Your goals are going to be different. For sure. Interesting. We talked about females. Do you work with the male market as well? Or are you a 100% female?
I do.
Okay.
I feel like it's like, that's like my under the table offering, you know, and you're like, but I do. I have more so, I would say, in the area of personal training. So I do have a lot of men that are personal training clients. As well. Not on the nutrition side, or you will build it in if it makes sense. For that. For sure. And if somebody came to me and said, hey, can you do this? For sure. For sure I will. I find, I think it's mean to say, there's not as many men come to me for nutrition. I don't know why. Interesting. There are, but it's I think I've sort of niched into this market, but the structure is essentially the same. So I work with men as well.
Interesting. Let's maybe chat a little bit. I'm curious, you're another hat you wear. You're in women in business. I think you said you're vice president, moved into the president role next year.
That's what they say. At some point during this season, this transition will happen.
So another hat you're wearing.
Another hat.
In the free time you have. So what? Talk a little bit about women in business. As you're moving into a president's role, like, where's your vision for how you want to Where do you see that organization going?
I think it's super exciting. I've been on the board of Kelowna Women in Business now. This will be my 3rd year, so going into my 4th year.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting to see that organization kind of change and evolve. And if you talk to women that were part of it, I'm thinking it's been around forever, but if we're part of it 8 or 10 years ago, it's so different now. And then this season will be again really different. We are, for the first time, actually hiring a contractor to do some admin work for us.
Great.
So we're like excited to have somebody that's like a staff.
Hard to rely on volunteers all the time.
It's hard to run on volunteers, but it's for me such a powerful community for women to get together, to support each other, to really be connectors. Like you see it so much in our community. It's like, oh, I know somebody who does this or somebody that's looking for that, and you're connecting them together. And it's so rewarding to see those relationships form in front of you and to see these women like, how can I help? How can I help you in your business? And together, like we can all do better if we build each other up. So that's really cool. And then going into this season, really focusing on providing education and resources for our members so that even women that are working at a very high level in their position, in their job, are able to find community there and not always be the leaders, you know, the educators, find masterminds for them or supports for them where they can also learn and grow in their business as well.
Interesting. So. Is there anything coming up from either in your business or women in business events, anything that we should be aware of that's happening over the next or summertime a little bit slower?
You would like it to be slower. I'm going to say it's not. It's strange, the ebb and flow. So it's not slower. I mean, I think for me, for a lot of my clients, summertime can sometimes be where their head kind of comes up a little bit, especially if they have kids that are no longer in school. Then it's a bit of a time where, okay, can we get a program in place and start going? So I onboard people at any point.
The time.
So different people just have different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Different seasons. And then for Kelowna Women in Business, we're working really hard this is our turnover of board members and stuff over the summer. And then we launch September 23rd is our big kickoff event at Gallagher's. Yeah.
Very fun.
So that'll be,
very cool.
Super fun. So we're back at Gallagher's this year. We were there last year for this event. So
cool.
Grateful for them.
That's awesome. I've seen that you've done some like events, like online workshops and things like that. Is there anything planned for you coming up, or?
I don't. But now that you're saying that,
you're like, I better.
I have myself slid into summer mode. No, but on the side, because I'd like another hat. I've already gotten into another little business side venture with Dr. Brittany Shamerhorn. She's a local ND, and we're doing the menopause talks together. So this will be happening in the fall. We're kind of looking for a venue to host. We're thinking the library. But so this will be a place where women can come and get information and education so that they are empowered, so they know more, so they can go to their healthcare providers and ask for the care that they want and need, or just know what those options are and have more education around it. So this is something that's kind of, it's exciting and new for the fall. So, we're sort of hosting this, but we'll bring in all kinds of expert and practitioners and also women with lived experience. What has been your experience through these years? What's working for you? What's not? Where did you get stuck? And who helped you kind of,
Interesting. You should turn it into a podcast. Like when you said menopause talks, I'm like, oh, that's a cool podcast.
Right? And I checked and nobody owns it yet.
That's pretty cool. Well, you better go register.
I know. Now I have to go get it.
Put it out into the world now. But that's great. I mean, because I think there's that, you don't know what you don't know. I'm a big believer in that, right? And you don't know what questions to ask. And you're just like, well, this is the way that it is. And you just move on with your life, or it doesn't have to be that way. We were really fortunate. We did an event at TW Fitness. They hosted an event, and they had a screening of the M Factor film, and the amount of questions that are coming at you from this room, and it was unfortunate we just didn't have more time to answer. People just want to know. They want education. They want information, and so we're like, wow.
we need to do more of this. And so that was kind of the birth of the menopause talks. And so, yeah, we're just going to see how it goes.
Good for you. That's awesome. I love it. So if anyone's listening, they want to learn more, they have some questions they want to ask, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
I'm on Instagram. Yeah, okay. I'm on Instagram on my website. My Instagram is at Dawn Thalheimer. My website is dawnthalheimer.com.
Easy to remember.
It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, but find me there, and then I can connect you to any of the other things that I'm part of.
Very cool. Yeah. Last question for me is, I'm curious, where do you get your passion from day to day? Like, what motivates you? What gets you out of bed? What do you love? What you do? Like, where do you get your most passion from?
I think I love learning and doing new things. And I think this is why the AI is so exciting for me. You want to live 10 lifetimes. Like, I want to do everything. And this is where maybe I get scattered trying to do it all. But there's just so much to do and see and learn and explore. And it's like, oh, but there's only this many hours in a day, right? But I think that's why, I'm kind of so diverse in what I'm doing and what I'm involved in.
Arnold Schwarzenegger says you have to sleep faster, so you have more time in the day.
Yes.
Well, Dawn, thank you so much for joining me today and having a chat. So for anyone listening, if you are interested, like Dawn said, go to her website or Instagram, easy to remember. It's just the name. We'll add it in the show notes as well, so you guys can follow. But anything we want to leave with, or anything we didn't cover that you want to check?
I don't think so. I just think if this is, or if there's women watching and this is kind of what they're struggling with, I offer a lot of free resources on my website. I have that AI meal planning that you did, but there's other resources there that at least they can start to collect information and take a few steps forward, right? Even if they're not ready. Yeah.
Sounds great. Thank you to ATB Wealth again for sponsoring these segments. We couldn't do it without them. For anyone listening, just reach out to Dawn if you have any questions. And if not, we will see you next week. So thank you. Enjoy your day. Thanks. Take care. Bye. Thanks, Dawn.
Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.